Rejoice, Tensura fans. I actually don't know if this is good news or not because we have gotten an announcement from Bandai Namco. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Paid Bandai Namco operative. We're getting 5, sorry. So this is the trailer announcement. It's literally a nothing burger, right? But we are about to get, starting from 2026, April. Again, this is crazy that spring 2026 is like every fucking niche isekai or like fantasy show or everything that I love. Like I'm more excited for spring than winter, straight up. Winter is still the more mainstream shit that the frontliners that's gonna dominate. But for us in our little corner, like dude, spring is kind of where it's at, and there's a lot of news that's coming out with it. So right over here, Slime Tensura season 4 broadcast starts April 2026 with 5 split course. What? 5 split course? Amazing. That's basically confirmed for 50 plus episode. Does anyone know what's happening in Tensura content in terms of the source material of why like this may be a good or bad idea? Because I haven't seen this type of like timeline project roadmap since like Lord of the Mysteries. Like Lord of the Mysteries, obviously their production and planning is totally different from Japanese, right? So they got their own thing going, but they got a really concise and long-term roadmap showing every different part, the cores and volume of the overall plan, right? This is like, okay, just a super long arc. And yes, we'll get to who's doing the studio in a bit, but it's kind of crazy. Volume 14 to 15 is peak Tensura. A lot of people, like, listen, season 3 content, it was extremely slow, right? I think many people even dropped season 3 because, like, holy, it was the most insufferable, boring slice of life episodes. Not slice of life, as in, like, planning, meeting, dialogue episodes that was done in such a shitty way that people just lost hope, right? Just because it's dialogue heavy planning, the table exists, doesn't mean it's a bad. Like, it has to be bad. There are plenty of examples like Monogatari, right? Where it's all dialogue, but due to the direction and the way that they're able to amplify these scenes beyond just still manga panels, just yapping, mouth moving, right? That's what it means to actually fucking animate, to deliver a different experience from the source material. Season 3, I don't think they really did that. Straight up, it got a little bit better during like the second half with like I think Mjolnir or whatever and Rimuru planning the tournament stage and everything. But for the most part, a lot of people were like, "Fuck, this is dragging. This is dragging." People are saying this is like a shame. This is like a stain on Tensura's legacy, and many people are dropping it and all that. It's actually just 5 episodes with huge wait times in between each one, with still images of a meeting room with voiceover between the episodes. See the comments? They're not gonna forget this shit, man. They will not let this, go because season 1 and 2 I think had way better quality. There were meeting scenes. Yes, it was long and sometimes people were zoning out, but it was, I think, still done in a very engaging way. Season 3, you see the table, people get fucking triggered, man. Additionally, Tensura isn't the only anime with meetings. It isn't the only anime with world building, politics, and a huge roster cast of characters. Meetings can be not tedious to sit through. This is exactly it. Never give excuses that like, oh, it's a meeting episode, oh, it's a talking episode, that it's gotta be boring. That is a terrible precedence to set and a shitty excuse to basically give to these, teams that are, again, there are production committees and schedules that you have to think about, but at the end of the day, just because it's talking, dialogue scenes, doesn't mean it's boring. It can be very exciting if done right. And with Tensura's level of world building and politics and all these different factions that's been building up through the first 2 seasons, right? It should have been easy. I honestly really enjoyed the existence of that. Who is that? The lolly that is actually a really like some sort of like big hench boss. Remember that? Remember there were the church angels, and within the angels there was a traitor, and there was actually like a different group of council of like elders, right? They all pretty much died off. It's just one guy and the granddaughter, right? That shit was compelling, right? That was like, okay, the Holy Church, even like with Hinata's faction and showing the Crusaders and what they were about, that was kind of fun. But as soon as the new group's hype kind of wears off, it gets kind of sluggish again, right? Politics and Tensura are a joke. I feel like it doesn't need to be, though. I feel like politics and Tensura could be actually so good. It's just that the way that it's delivered is a joke in the anime. A lot of people really hype up the world building and politics in the light novel. I would hope that the quality stands in the light novel. Maybe people are glazing the manga in the light novel and it's actually not that good. But I think these are just the anime only experience after getting slapped in the face for seeing so many episodes of just boring fucking talking, man. 24 episodes and a break and another 12 episodes and repeat. The crazier thing is that Tensura also had a movie, right? Tensura literally had a movie where like it's still like it's not even out just yet. So they have a movie in production. There is also 5 split cores being prepared, and there's a really funny meme here. Bandai Filmworks sacrificing One Punch Man season 3 for 60 episode season of Tensura and a movie. Listen, who knows, right? Nobody really knows. Obviously, we're just kind of memeing around, but I mean, listen. And a lot of people talk about, Shingo Natsume, right? I think that the One Punch Man season 1 director right now is working on like some crazy project for, what was it, Madhouse or Mappa? There's like a movie, I forget. And people are also saying, oh, this is why One Punch Man season 3 is being sacrificed, right? So it's funny sentiment, but I don't think that's what's actually going on right now, right? Let's see some of the comments. Donut comes in saying 5 cores of talking and sitting down at a round table. Listen, if you can make the sitting down at the round table hype, then it's fun. Like Lord of the Mysteries, the round table, the palace beyond the gray fog. How fun is that? The dialogue, we're just talking, but the way that Lord of the Mysteries does it, I want the table to show up. In Tensura, I don't want the table to show up. Nice bait, but no, you're wrong. I hope so. I do too. Bearer of good news as a light novel reader, peak is coming, nothing but action. Really? So we're getting like a One Punch Man scenario where like it's just action happening, and surely they're gonna be able to actually deliver instead of not delivering? No, there'll be 2 major fights, some new characters introduced, and an Eve. Oh, Empire War arc. Okay, that's getting pretty hype. Go watch Dragon Ball. People get really... obviously what Donut said is very, condescending and rude, but it's funny, right? I think it's funny. I think it's working off of like what we got for season 3. So obviously a lot of people are gonna get baited and get mad in here, right? Read the manga, read the light novel. Oh my god. And here's a fucking crazy person. A pedophile incest lover as profile pic. Listen, say it right. This is a fictional pedophile, okay? Rudius is a fictional pedophile. Come on. Any other news? More stuff like this with people just kind of saying absolute cinema. I like the show, but the last season was terribly dull and boring. Will the next arc be more interesting? Will it? Very. I'll say if it fits the whole Eastern Empire arc, that's what's coming. I think this is something that a lot of people are hyping up, right? A lot of people, again, have been saying that like season 3 was set up. It's basically preparing and we're getting ready for something huge to come. And unfortunately, a lot of people were disappointed with the lack of attention. Even like Hinata versus Rimuru, I'm not gonna lie. Hinata versus Rimuru, round 1 was compelling in season 2. But round 2, it was very underwhelming. I feel like the fight was too short. In fact, you know what was really compelling to me during those episodes? It was the Shion scene. Shion popping off and the random fucking church people, right? Flexing her powers, destroying them, had way more aura than Rimuru versus Hinata. I don't know. It was kind of fun to see what happened at the end of the battle when like obviously, there's evil people around, basically setting them up to fight. But it was really sad to see. Here's some pictures, right? We got Shizu. No, this is, I forgot her name. Is it Shizu? No. What was the daughter? Basically, there's the one that Rimuru absorbed, but then there's another one. Yeah, there's Shizu, and then there's Shizuku, right? Yeah, there's the kid who I think might be like the reincarnation of the hero or something. Anyway, some cool cover art here, stuff like that. Personally, I think this is great news. I think we're gonna be eating Tensura content up. I hope that like the fact that we have 5 split cores, more time to breathe, rather than run everything down the fucking hill. We have time to breathe. There's ample resource and scheduling, hopefully. Even if there is a movie under production at the same time, which I think is pretty much done now, right? I hope that like these are not bad signs and this is like them getting serious of like, okay, we're gonna get serious. We're not gonna be fucking around. We're gonna lock in and deliver hype, concise episodes and have ample break to give people, like the treatment and the quality that this anime deserves. Having Tensura be a redemption starting from season 4 would be cool. But again, a lot of people dropped it at season 3, and once you drop it, it's kind of over. Like, they just don't watch anymore, which is really sad, but hopefully that's not the case. And yes, I think it is, if we do this, what is this, Tensura? I don't think AniList would have it updated already, but basically what we're trying to show is that it's done by the same studio. So yeah, the staff thing, I don't know, but I think that they said, boom, right? Animation studio, 8-bit. A lot of people obviously hate fucking 8-bit studio. Have they worked on anything recently? 8-bit companies. Let's look at it. Obviously Blue Lock, right? Have they? I don't think we've seen an 8-bit anime recently. They're focused on the movies right now, huh? After the disaster that was and listen, right? This is why we meme on 8-bit studios. They, in my opinion, ruined Mahoka season 3. I crashed the fuck out and just stopped after the steeplechase arc. It was so underwhelming. It was so undercooked. And at the same time, they were also juggling Tensura season 3. And these two in tandem, like, oh my fucking god. And not only that, there was also Blue Lock happening, right? And Blue Lock, oh, we know. That's crazy, bro. 75% happy face. This is what I'm talking about. You just finish on a high note. People forget. 75% is fucking crazy to me. They also had the Nagi movie, right? Which I heard was fucking ass. And then these two. So I'm really conflicted about this one because like Mahoka movie with the Yotsuba arc coming in, this is like the big shit that's been building up. This is like the Yotsuba MILFs movie. Like apparently this is where it's all at. But when you have killed the momentum with a season like this, it dies, right? And hopefully, like Tensura movie, we have a like what is this? This looks really cool. So I think this is the season 4 PB. No. This is the movie. This is the movie pictures, right? I'm pretty sure this is the movie pictures, but I'm excited to see what this Eastern Empire, arc will be, and hopefully they deliver with quality. Check out the playlist for Tensura content.